Welcome back to Double Oak Farm. It has been quite a while since we have paid any kind of attention to our social media accounts, and we're coming up on the end of a long summer with a big growing season, our biggest ever, and it's a time of transition and we are making a lot of changes on the farm. So we thought we'd reboot the vlog, and the gnats want to join the party. We'd reboot the vlog and just invite you all to come along, both for our customers who have been so wonderful at investing in our farm and investing in us, so they can see what's happening here and what exciting things are coming for next season, but also just to invite the rest of you into what we're doing as a small farm slash homestead slash market garden. So we're just gonna bring you along for the journey. Things are a hot mess right now. It's the end of summer. The weeds really went a bit crazy at the end of the summer, which they tend to do. And things are looking a bit ragged, and rather than working to make things perfect before starting this, we thought we'd bring you along on the journey, because seeing content that is always perfect on social media is not realistic or healthy even. So come along for the journey. We're going to take you through all the great things we're doing over the next several weeks until until it seems like a good time to slow things down for winter. So welcome back. So if you've been around for any amount of time, you know I'm really terrible at before videos and pictures. And I'm working on it. I'm trying to be a better social media host. But anyways, the place behind me, I've already started working on, but I'm going to show you a little bit about what that looks like. So if you followed us on any of our other things, you've seen a lot about this greenhouse and then the beds we planted around it. But below it here, this was all strawberry garden here. We had 4 rows about 30 feet long of strawberries, and then we had our strawberry towers in the background, which I've already started taking down. And then down below it, you can see there's a little bit of a grass pathway in between, enough to mow and get through to access things. And then this was our herb garden here. And around the edges of the herb garden this year, I did our squashes in these containers to avoid the squash vine borers, and it worked very well. So I had various kinds of zucchini and patty pans and yellow squash in those. So they're all done for the season. I might try planting one late round. If I get time later today, I might pull those weeds out and switch it up. They're really weedy because we got the compost from the county, and they do not do a good job at all about weed seeds or controlling them or composting in a way that would kill them, and they're full of invasive weeds. I probably won't do that again. But we really needed a lot of compost to fill up these over here, and I used the leftovers in the buckets. But so this area, back to where I started, this area with the herb garden and the strawberries all the way up to the greenhouse here is going to be converted into our winter garden place. And that smaller Farmer's Friend Gothic high tunnel, it's a 50-foot one, is going to move to this place here. So we're prepping it today. We do try to be no-till, but when we are starting a new bed and trying to pull up perennials, we are going to till. So somebody's coming tomorrow with a tractor that's going to till all of this, and then we are going to amend the soil, and from then on this area will be no-till. And that's the project today, is to get this all ready for them to come tomorrow, so that in the next few days we can move that high tunnel, because I have a very, very gracious friend who is helping us with a tunnel that will cover the whole garden, like the whole 130 some feet by 30 feet wide will all be underneath a high tunnel. And that will help us so much with controlling things like mitigating weather factors and climate factors and large amounts of rain within a few hours. So that's our project today. So the strawberry towers have worked pretty well. We've been pleased with them overall, but when we redo the main garden space, because we have so many problems with critters, critters, deer, rabbits, groundhogs, chickens, like everything wants the strawberries and the rest of the garden. So we do have kind of a bulletproof fence around the main garden. Also thanks to the donation of a wonderful customer that we have. Again, it is so great to have friends who believe in what you're doing and want to support it. So moving the strawberries into the main garden is going to allow us to have better harvests, because there will be less predators. And once you've had your strawberries in the same place for a while, no matter how well you weed them and take care of them, they tend to, just get weedy and they're more prone to disease. So starting fresh on the strawberries is something I'm actually looking forward to. And I don't know, because we'll have so much more room there. We'll have a much larger strawberry bed in that area. I don't know if we'll continue to use the towers for that. I have an idea for the towers, but I'm going to leave that for a surprise for next spring. We're not getting rid of these. We do put them away for the winter every year anyway. So we're not doing away with the towers. I think we're just going to do something different. And one of the things I love about this kind of work is that you get to try new things and come up with new solutions and repurpose things and see how they work. And that is something that my brain just needs. I'm not good at repetitive tasks and always doing things the exact same way, and I need more mental stimulation. So this really allows that. And I get to see sometimes things work, sometimes they don't, but no matter what, you're always learning. Some of life's biggest failures are your most important moments for learning new things and being able to move forward in a better way. And that's one thing that gardening or farming definitely gives you. So I have 2, 4, 6, 7 now. 7 more of these to take down. I'm going to work on that, and then I'll check back in once I make some progress. So all the big structures are out, the towers are down. I just have to put away all of the pots so I can use them in the future. I'll put the stakes away and I'll take care of these buckets. And then I'm gonna mow it really short one more time, and I'm gonna water the ground really well before it gets tilled tomorrow, because it hasn't rained in weeks, and that will really help it be nicer when that gets done. All right, it's been a long day and I'm glad the temperatures were nice and cool, but I think we're done. I'll show you all the little things that I've been doing over the last few hours. So everything has been mowed as short as I'm able to. And then right here I had about a 1 foot square patch of Johnson grass. And I had to dig out over 2 feet each direction and about 1.5 feet deep. And I think I got most of the roots. I'm sure it'll make another appearance, but I made a good effort. If you have Johnson grass, get on top of it early, because it is not something you want to mess around with. And then down here in the garden, I had some remnants of a landscape cloth under there, so that's been pulled out as well. So next, I'm just going to stake out the area I want to have tilled tomorrow, and then I'm going to put a sprinkler on this. As I mentioned earlier, it's been at least a month without really significant rain. We've had a couple little patches, but nothing significant. We did trim branches that would be overhanging on the tunnel as well. So I'm going to get this marked and get the sprinkler on it. Okay, the sprinkler is going. I'm going to let it really soak in. I'll set a timer, and then, a little too close. And then I'll move it down to get the far end of the garden there. And yeah, come back tomorrow to see the next step in the process of moving this Farmer Friends Gothic Pro tunnel to a new location. We'll go through all the steps of setting it up, and right now it's been a good day. We got a lot done and we're almost ready to move it.